time for a taste of Trapani, a Sicilian province where they've been growing grapes for centuries. The heat is on for Harvest 2016 here in Sicily. We are at Firriato Winery showing you just how many hands it takes to go into one bottle of wine. I have Federico here with me. Hey Federico, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
This is what a beautiful day it is here in Sicily. The wind is blowing, the sun is shining. This is a typical day.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's a fantastic day.
Tell us a little bit about the history of Firriato Winery.
It's quite simple. Firriato born in the 80s with one single objective. You know, Sicily, it's quite a continent in terms of viticulture, in terms of type of soil, and has a lot of native vines. And Firriato had the objective to exploit the soil and the terroir of the Sicily and exploit the native vines. And right now, Firriato counts more than 380 hectares of vineyards, all in certified organic farming, and we cover 3 different terroirs: mountain viticulture on the Etna volcano, countryside viticulture in the Trapani countryside, and marine viticulture on Favignana Island.
And with those 3 different areas, how are the wines distinct? How do they taste different based on the area that they're...
They are, let's say, completely different. The first particular thing is that they have different native vines. For example, on Etna volcano we have traditional vine there, such as 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐷𝐿 and 𝐬𝐿𝐫𝐫𝐿. In Trapani countryside we have the Nero d'Avola, the famous Nero d'Avola, and Favignana Island is completely different because its vines have their roots in the sea, so it has a very particular markers in that wine.
Okay, so the Zibibbo grapes are drying. They're getting ready for the late harvest wine. And you're going to show me, Federico, what goes into making, drying the grapes and how we can do this, because I have no idea.
Sure. So after the first harvest, Zibibbo, it's the color of gold, right? And so we put it there to begin the drying process. And quite every day, our farmer will start turning the grapes to guarantee the homogeneous drying process. And they also control the sanity of every bunches.
The sanity?
Yeah. To guarantee that every bunch has no problem, no fungi, anything. So, for example, you will take this side, it's a bronze color, so the drying process it's okay on the side, and will turn to the gold color to continue the drying process.
Okay, so anytime we see like a darker color, we flip it over to see green, yes?
Yeah.
And what happens if we flip it and we don't see any green?
Okay, well, it means that all the drying process is quite finished.
We are at Soria in Sicily. We are up on a hill at their wine bar here for a red wine tasting. We are so spoiled today, I cannot even believe it. Thank you so much for having us, Federico. This has been such a treat.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to try 2 fantastic wines. Why don't you tell us about the first one?
Okay, we have to start with the Sabbie dell'Etna, which comes from the Etna volcano. You know, the Etna volcano is the most active volcanoes in Europe, maybe in the world. This comes from mountain viticulture. These are 2 autochthonous vines from the Etna volcano, the 𝐟𝐸LO mascalese and a little part of 𝐟𝐸LO-𝐾𝐵𝐿. It's a very particular wine because you can feel in your glass the energy of the volcano. So
we can feel like lava, the energy of the volcano in our glass of red wine. I love this. Okay.
You can feel the minerality of the volcano, but it's also a wine that is very elegant, but is strong.
Okay, and then our next one?
Okay, and then we change the side of Sicily and we go to the west side of Sicily. We are in Trapani countryside. This is 100% of Nero d'Avola, and it's quite unique Nero d'Avola because it's a blend of 3 different crus that comes from our estates of Borgo Guarini. And again, it's a full-bodied wine, and I think that it's a very amazing Nero d'Avola.
this is delicious. How did you come up with the name?
It's called harmonium. Harmonium it means that it is its own equilibrium, its own harmony of all the things you can find in your glass, the nose, the flavors, the taste. It's strong again, but it's so elegant to be an 𝐼𝐸𝐴.
Do you have a cheers or a toast, something that you say around your house? A noble toast?
A noble toast to Sicily and to Sicilian people. Let's
To
say
Sicily and
to
Sicilian people. Favignana Island, formerly known as Goat's Island in the ancient times, today it's more famous for tuna fishing. But forget the fish, we're here for the wine. We're on Favignana Island at Firriato Winery's estate. You were the only one brave enough in the world to plant vineyards on Favignana Island. Is this correct?
Yeah, we were so crazy, let's say.
So what made you decide to plant a vineyard here?
It's quite simple. Firriato wanted to challenge the marine viticulture and decided to be the first, to be a pioneer and choose the Favignana Island because there was no literature about vine growing on Favignana Island.
And tell us, what's it been like for you? Talk about some of the hard work that you've put into cultivating the vines here.
For first, we had to decide a correct place to plant a vine, and we decided the CALAMONI zone in the south side of Favignana, and then we had to decide which kind of vine to plant. And we decided to plant for white grapes Zibibbo, Grillo and Catarratto, and for red grapes 𝐟𝐸𝐴𝐷𝐸𝐿 and Perricone. Again, all autochthonous native vines from Sicily.
And what grapes do you have in your hand right there?
Oh, it's a big bunch of Zibibbo.
Very big bunch of Zibibbo. So can we try one?
Oh, sure.
And these are Zibibbo grapes from Favignana Island.